good music.
That is good music. It's a good guitar solo on it. How are you and how have you been anyway?
Who, me?
Aye. We should check where you go first of all, because I've got a first of all as well.
Can everybody hear us?
Is everything working?
Is everything working?
Can you see and hear what's happening? You think a simple question like this, it'll shock you the replies you get to a simple question like this, Robert. Can hear you and see. Right, there didn't need to be 2 replies. I can hear everyone, but it doesn't say anything about seeing anything. See what I fucking did? What are they like, man?
It's all good. It's all good. How you doing anyway, man? It's good to see you.
I'm good.
Right.
Pretty good.
What you been up to?
Just the usual, you know what I mean? Self-discovery, all that. Looking inwards.
Have you been doing a lot of
camping,
meditation stuff and all that on Twitch? Is that what's been happening? Have you, while I've not been on Twitch, have you been transforming Consolevania into a cult?
Mm-hmm. It's a small cult just now, but obviously it will expand.
There has to be a shagging in a cult. I've managed to work out through all the documentaries and stuff that I've been watching, and that's the key thing to being in a cult is
I don't think
shagging.
I don't think anybody wants to see this cult shagging.
I mean, a pair during this show, by the way, no.
There's a fucking hype train happening in the chat. Show some respect, chat, will you?
This isn't an orthodox thing to happen while you're presenting a telly show eating a pear, but this is the kind of thing we do.
Is that a pear you've grown in your own garden type of pear? No, pear out Asda.
No, you just bought it. You bought it at the shop.
I'm telling you, this is just reminding me that your streams are missed on Twitch, Rob. Yes.
Why, by whom?
Just people.
They're no missed. Mate.
Oh.
I've no missed a delicious pear. So let's cover, first of all, there's been some big video game news.
Is there? What's happening?
Well, Cyberpunk 2021 or whatever it is, right? They've started crunching now. They said they weren't going to crunch, but now they've decided they're going to be crunching.
Fuck them. They've just decided fuck human life. Good. That's good news. So when's it out now?
When's it out? I don't know. It's meant about like November or something. So, but they've got to work 6 days a week now, and they said they weren't going to do it.
Well, they weren't working 6 days a week already. I tell your wife's a lucky lady.
Let me tell you something. Everybody said as well, right? I just want to put this out there. Everybody said crunch is bad. Companies shouldn't be doing crunch, right? Well, now they've admitted they're doing crunch. Are you all going to boycott? Are you going to buy the game? Are you going to buy Cyberpunk still?
Mm-mm. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can we cut?
Where's the principles? Where's everybody's principles, man?
Can we cut to one of your videos while you finish this pair?
Aye, go for it.
Please God, mute your mic.
We'll be talking about this in a minute, though.
Hi guys, welcome to Rab's Book Corner. This is a new part of Consolevania where, you know, we're all locked away at home. We're all kind of stuck. So I think it's a good time for us to read books. So I've been ordering some books. One of the books I have that's arrived is Susanna Clarke's Piranesi. However, I kind of thought to myself, it's probably a wee bit too intelligent for you guys who are more into video games and stuff. This is kind of more for people for whom video games are only part of their kind of cultural interests. It's a look at this. It's a really gorgeous book. So I'll be sure to read this one, but I won't tell you about it because you probably wouldn't get it if I'm being honest. So I'm really looking forward to reading this, but I do have a book that is about video games. Let's take a little look at that. Now guys, if this isn't the kind of book that's my wedding ring there, that's my wedding ring. It's made of gold. If this isn't a book that you would want to ask your mum or your dad for Christmas, so maybe you don't have a mum and dad, maybe it's just you live with some kind of, just like a spectral force, like an entity type figure that moves through your halls at night. You could ask them to get you this Japan Soft and oral history. Before you make any smutty jokes, it's not that kind of oral. It's an oral history. What that means is really the writer doesn't do any work. He just kind of records what people say and writes it down. But it's an absolutely wonderful book about the history of Japanese game development, really. I mean, it's got all the big names are in here. Let's take a wee look. See, all the big names, Enix, Square, they've got Hudson Soft, you get Konami, Sega, you've got Wistoni, you've got Capcom, you've got Hummin Entertainment. They're all in here, and it's a really great read. You've got some amazing anecdotes, and I really recommend it. There's not a lot of pictures in it, so that might put you off a little bit, but I really do recommend the book on the whole. It's a wonderful, wonderfully produced book as well, really good quality. And look at that guy, what a stud. This almost looks like some kind of screenshot from a Yakuza game. No offense to any of the guys there, I'm sure they're not gangsters. And as you can see, it's a book consisting of personal recollections by interviewees. Fantastic. So I really recommend this book. It's a hell of a good read. And one of the things that surprised me most about the book, we're hearing the kind of anecdotes like, such as, for example, when the guys were first getting into game dev when they were young, they couldn't afford computers or anything like that, so they would just, they would get themselves, they would go through the shops, and the computers would be in the shop store. On the shop floor, the computers would be laid out, and they could just go in there and just try out the computers, like the models, the kind of demonstration models of the computers, and they would go on, they program games straight into the computers and there, you know, and at the end of the day, the shop would just turn the computer off and all the stuff they'd done would just be gone. Aye, Harry.
That's a good book, that, by the way.
What the hell's a book? It's a funny coincidence actually, because I'm actually reading a physical book right now. I've been reading it for about a month, and I'm 26 pages in.
You need to read more books, mate, because let me tell you something. See all the meditation stuff and all that we talk about, and all of that kind of stuff, the self improvement and all that. Books are good for that stuff, man. You know what I mean?
They're on YouTube.
I think you want to get into
They're on YouTube.
What's on YouTube?
Everything, all the talks and all that are on YouTube and everything anyway, so you don't
Books
need to read a book. Books are on YouTube.
Can I get a fucking book on YouTube?
You can.
So who's all appeared on Twitch since? Is there anybody left that isn't on Twitch?
I don't really look at Twitch, to be honest. I let it look at me, but I don't look at it. That seems unhealthy. What kind of fucking weirdo would look at Twitch?
Aye. I'm just getting really strong, mate. I saw I'm getting really strong. So have you ordered the PlayStation 5 and your Xbox Series X or Series S or PlayStation 5 Digital Edition?
No, I touched briefly on it in the video that I've made that's too long again. So I could play that for you if you want. That covers a lot of topics.
How long is this video?
11.5 minutes.
11.5 minutes?
Well, this is my entire contribution to the episode, isn't it? Apart from sitting here right now.
Right, well, it better be good, mate. I've got a pre-order in for both a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X, and I can't afford either of them. Can't afford them.
Why?
Like, so
Like, tell me why. Tell me why you don't like Mondays. Tell me why you need them. Tell me why you want them.
I don't need them. I've got the.
Tell me why you want them. Why do you want them?
So that I can play the games.
What games?
The computer games.
Which ones?
Fine, shut up, because I can't even afford to buy them anyway. I'm going to have to cancel the pre-orders because I can't afford them. Just play the fucking video.
Okie doke. Mute your mic.
I want a pair.
Good grief, this is a good game. I don't think this is alright. I don't think this is. After talking about Morrowind, a game for 1927, I don't think this is alright. $4,000. You worth it. Can't say Mario Galaxy without saying, was that no out ages ago? Yes. Yes, it was. Mario Galaxy was out, and even Nintendo say this when you ask them how long ago it was out. Fucking 13 years ago it was out. I shame myself with my language, please understand. Look, I did check, I looked. What am I supposed to do when nothing that came out this month is anywhere near as good as Mario Galaxy? I have to play it, the £50 ROMs are out. It doesn't always have to be new stuff. Surely the newer, bigger, faster patter in the games industry is done now. Is it no? We're finished with that now, we know. The argument's over, is it no? It's disproved. Argument's over, it's disproved. The Nintendo Switch is the best console of this generation by a preposterous margin. Easily the weakest, easily the best. You can just, whatever you do, you just put that, put it there. Alright, fine. I have actually got some new games to talk about. Is that what you want instead? Will I do that instead, will I? Is that what you want? It is? Is it? Is it? Is it? I'm warning you. Okay, here we go. It's an indie game. It's only an hour long. It costs £5. I wish I could get a wee picture-in-picture of Robert's face watching this as I talk about when the past was around. It's an indie game. This is the story of Ada, a girl in her early 20s. Are there actually any less interesting people on planet Earth than people in their early 20s? Like anyone her age, she's lost. She lost her way in the journey to achieve her dreams. She lost her way in the journey to find love. And then she met the Owl Man. Sorry, just the owl. But he's a man and an owl as well. Even I'm a bit about when the past was around. It's a point and click. You won't play it. It seems there's quite a bit of just now. How underwhelming is the next gen console launch? As far as pretty much all the big games companies go now, I think my cynicism about their cynicism is pretty much close to peak cynicism. Because please understand that if you are excited about your £500 router that you're buying this Christmas, I'm glad that you are excited. I really am. But I find it hard to get excited about it. Because I fully expect them to release their new machines. Then release them again with slightly different specs. Then release them again so that they don't immediately break. Then release them again in different colours. The reality is, by the end of the PS5's lifespan, it'll have been released more times than what commits crimes a lot. Tories. It'll have been released more times than Tories getting away with things. Huh? It's basically like they played this level and went, let's make Astrobot. Clearly, it had always been in my mind that the Astrobot was heavily influenced, as are so many other games, by Mario Galaxy. But replaying some levels now, they just look, feel, and often even sound like Astrobot levels. So they need to get Galaxy in VR pronto. You even imagine how long it'd take Nintendo to figure out how to VR. Their VR would just be some cardboard boxes you fold into a reality, i.e. a box. Oh my god, this game is incredible. It's fluid. Joy, don't be dirty.
Don't be dirty.
It's a real prize. A gleaming, mesmerising stupendously fun prize. I'm shite at it, just for the record. But it doesn't matter because they made this game to be fun to play, and it really, 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 really is. Even with a Pro Controller, it's satisfying and refreshing to play. It's a rich experience that feels very uplifting every time you play it, in fact. It's a sensory delight, and yet still the second one is better than the first. The second one's better than the first. The second one's even better than the first one. It's better than the first. They're probably going to charge us 50 quid for Galaxy 2 just on its own, won't they? And we'll pay it. We've got us by the boss here. Making good games. Got us by the boss. Oh. I thought I could go on the side. While we are here, I died. There's a bizarre benefit I'm finding to having this ready access to a wee portal that you can pour your honesty into every day. Stream talking, again I'm talking about stream. See, most people think that that Twitch channel is just an old guy being bad at games, but I pour my sincerity and my honesty into that stream quite frequently. It's very much become like a kind of spiritual honesty toilet to me. It's turned out to be quite freeing. It lightens the load. For example, when I'm playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 live on stream, I somehow got given a code for it. I did it. I landed on it. Because I play it with such honesty, and I freely admit that I can't play it properly anymore because I'm too old. How many of them have I got? 3. It doesn't bother me one tiny bit when all the virgin lips in the chat window tell me that I'm shite. Why can't they understand that I'm having fun and I couldn't give a fucking shit what they say? Talking of getting codes for free, off stream I've been rattling some Hotshot Racing thanks to some free codes I got. Hotshot Racing isn't easy, but it's cracking fun and it looks amazing. It's a good one for leading the race for quite a long time and then getting bumped from behind the very last minute and getting fucked into a wall and finishing third. In other words, it's a good controller breaker. Now, but it is very good fun, and we've got 2 Xbox One codes, 2 Xbox One codes to give away to 2 of you lucky listeners. So just leave a comment under the video on the Patreon page saying that you want a code, and you'll get a fucking code. Personally, I just don't think you need to get yourself into a fan club at chasing all the new expensive shit. Games are everywhere. Amazing games are everywhere. And we know now. Well, I know. Maybe you know. PlayStations and Xboxes and Bethesdas and Fortnites, etc, etc. Billions and billions and billions worth of bullshit. And I'll bet you right now, my favourite game of the next generation is currently being developed by some 40-year-old sweat stain that's no left his mum's basement in 4 years. Development time 6 years, 8 months. Total budget $230. I can't wait to play it. It's probably got 5 colours, maximum 5 colours. I can't wait to play it. It's going to be so basic. Anyway, be here now. And don't cling, don't be greedy, don't be dirty.
Don't be dirty.
And don't moan about Mario Galaxy because it's absolutely incredible. Incredible. I'm gonna need to jump.
3. I breathe
Oh,
in.
fucking, fuck you, fuck you.
I breathe out.
Oh, it's not done. It's not done. So what I'm saying is that I'm pretty satisfied just sustaining myself with all the glory that already exists, and I'm not really that bothered about the new consoles, basically.
But the Xbox Series X it's getting no games, and I really only want it to play backwards compatible stuff. But it's a ridiculous mistake. And PlayStation 5, I only want it for Demon's Souls.
That's a hell of a whack of change for Demon's Souls, though.
But it's my favourite. You know, it's always been my favourite Souls game.
But yeah, about 520 quid all in to play Demon's Souls.
I know, but Wayne wants to play Spider-Man as well. You know what I mean? It's like to play Demon's Souls on the PC. I'm not fucking playing anything on the PC.
I don't think
geek.
I don't think it's been confirmed for PC anyway. It's still PS5 exclusive, I'm sure.
I know, but it will come out on the PC when it probably.
Maybe.
But it's not the same. You're meant to play these games on a console. I want to play it on a PlayStation machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean...
Play a Souls game on a PlayStation machine.
Okay, what'll cost you?
I know. Do you want to jump into the Switch, Ditch?
What'd you say? Sorry, you broke up there. Sorry, your Wi-Fi signal's away in your house. What did you say?
Would you like to jump into the Switch, Ditch?
Okay, then I'll play the thing. I'll play the thing.
Oh, play the thing.
That's it, done. It's done. That's it, done.
That was good. Right. Well, the truth is, I didn't get it for the Switch this month.
Oh, good. That's it. That's a.
However, I did get something.
Shit. That's a pistol.
I did get something delivered that was something I ordered a long time ago. Let me show you. Let me show you this. Right. Streets of Rage. See it?
Mm-hmm.
Streets of Rage. There it is. Streets of Rage 4, to be precise.
Mm-hmm.
So I go this, and it's in its Mega Drive box.
Right. It's not very. It's not that good, that game, though, is it?
What, Streets of Rage 4?
Aye. I mean, I didn't like it.
Did you play it?
I played it. Aye.
I like it. I liked it. It's no as good as River City Girls. I was hoping it was going to be better than River City Girls, and it isn't. And that's the problem, is the fact I played River City Girls so recently, and it kind of paled compared to River City Girls. Soundtrack, game, steelbook, all that carry on. But the good thing about it was, wait, I tell you this, I've been playing it with my 13-year-old daughter. You've met her, hope. And also my 3-year-old. My 13-year-old, my 3-year-old, Waverley's playing it with us, and she's able to play it. She's actually like walking about battling things. So it's good stuff. The packaging is good. This is like a fakey Mega Drive box, completely pointless. But I think it's a really good game if you're into that kind of games. But it doesn't have the immediate charm that something like River City Girls has. And I've seen some people say it's the best game of the year.
Streets of Rage 4? No.
Yes. I've seen plenty of people saying that.
What?
Best game of the year. And it isn't even fucking close. It's not even in the hunt.
Right, well, I'll play the...
It's not even in the hunt.
I'll just leave it. I was going to play the title. Are you done?
I genuinely don't think I've got anything else. It's been a quiet month because I've been doing other things.
Okay. That's fine. I'll just play the title again then.
Okay.
We're back. So, what other game news has caught your attention this month?
I'm just trying to think here if
No, we're it.
I would like to. Obviously, our minds have got to start turning towards now best game of the year, Patter. We're getting towards that time of the year where you need to start thinking about that kind of thing. And
I need to know what everybody else is picking before I say what I'm...
for me...
So that I can feel superior.
For me, it's probably still Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think. Although, something's came to challenge it recently. Something's challenged it recently. But nothing else. I mean, I can't really think of anything else this year that's came close to that. It's very tough. It's very tricky, isn't it? Obviously, there is something. What was there? Something on the Switch I played that is in the hunt. Maybe we should go back in the Switch ditch for a minute. Should we go back in the Switch ditch yet? What are people saying in the comments here? People are saying
Morrowind, Yakuza. That's it. That's
Paradise
it.
Killer. Yakuza. I mean, none of these are going to be in the hunt.
Animal Crossing. It's Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, aye, that was this year, wasn't it? God, it seems a long time ago. It was in the old world, wasn't it? No.
That was the transition for me from the old world to the new world.
What, Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing.
Somebody says, "Tell me why." Is that the name of a game?
I've no idea. Have they capitalised it?
Tell me why sounds like something you would play, Ryan.
It does. It's probably some arty-farty point and click thing.
Right, no. My review. Obviously, nobody knows yet what I'm reviewing, right? My review was very, very difficult this episode because I had a decision to make. There are other people who have reviewed this game and they've got reviews up on YouTube and stuff, and they're showing footage for the game, and I think it's a mistake to show any footage.
Pretty standard though, isn't it? No? Pretty.
What is?
He's showing footage for the game.
It is standard, but I think with this game, every moment in it is so special that this is the other game, by the way, this is a spoiler for my review, but it's the other game of the year contender. Every moment in it is so special that I didn't want to show anything really. Showed a wee bit, but I didn't really want to show anything. Maybe we should just play the review because this game is really something special.
What else have I played?
And also, Ryan, I think you would actually love this game. I think it's the kind of game that you think you wouldn't like, but I think you would actually love it.
Let's have a look. Mute your mic.
Oh, you're not going to see it, but
Art, Here's old art here. Here's old art, that's art. That, my friend, is art. I'm a big fan of art, you know. I'm a cultured guy. Rab Florence, Consolevania. Very cultured guy. I'm always interested in art. I'm always interested in artistic things. I'm an artist at heart. Some people call me a writer. Some people call me a legend, a comedian, a celebrity. Some people call me. Some people call me an arsehole. I call myself an artist. Always interested in art. Like this. Wonderful, wonderful art. Tell you about something else that's art though. This is a new game called 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Aegis Rim. It's always names like that, isn't it? They've always got names like that. Vanilla, where the storytellers behind Odin's Sphere and Dragon's Crown craft a sci-fi mystery epic spanning 13 intertwining stories. Now hold on 1 minute, because there's one thing we know about Vanillaware, right? There's always a wee bit of snash gets talked about Vanillaware because they're the ones that make the games with the lassies with the kind of, you know, the big tits and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And everybody gets all, you know, or starts getting all some kind of way about it, you know what I mean? So when I heard that this game was coming and it was for them, I thought to myself, is this actually going to be good, or is it just going to be one of the kind of games that the weirdos kind of like? What? Sorry. What I didn't expect was anything like, don't listen to music, that's the music for Persona 5, it's just my theme. I don't know why it's still playing. Right, what I didn't expect was something as special as this. As this. talking about art here. This is just your title screen, right? And this is your characters. This is the characters in this game. Okay, let's have a look at them. Now, as you can see, this beautiful art style that the game has is already in full effect, right? Just even here on the title screen. Every single figure here is significant in the story. And every single story impactful and told in a way you would never expect. 13 Sentinels is an incredible feat of story engineering. Come here. 13 Sentinels isn't even something you would review in the normal way, because it's not the kind of game you can just show some video game footage and, you know, talk about, oh, here's me doing this, here's me, I'm opening this door, I'm talking to this guy now, this character's called this character's called that. 13 Sentinels is a game that comes together in wee fragments. You start playing it, and within the first hour of playing this game, you're kind of lost. The game kind of unfolds to you. The story unfolds. It's like, me and Ryan used to watch Bargain Hunt all the time, right? And we'd sit in his room, right? And we'd watch Bargain Hunt. We'd be eating our snacks, eating beans and toast or something, eating pie and beans, watching Bargain Hunt. And sometimes your boy in Bargain Hunt would find a big kind of dresser or a drawer, chest of drawers thing, and he would go, oh, this is like one of these mystery cabinet things, and he'd open a drawer, and then there'd be another wee drawer inside that drawer, and then there'd be another wee drawer inside that, and then he'd unlock this thing, and that would open and music would play. And that's what playing 13 Sentinels is like. I'm very unwilling to even show you stuff for 13 Sentinels. I will tell you this, on a very basic level, you are going to take control of these different characters. You're going to lead them through their story, and not necessarily in a chronological order, because time is involved here and there's a lot of stuff you can't take at face value. These things are broken up by combat levels, battle levels, where your characters who go inside these big giant robots to fight these invading forces almost have a kind of tower defense style battle. It's a really, the fighting's great, and the fighting didn't even have to be great. This is the cool thing about it. But the fighting's great fun. It's spectacular to watch, and bits of story unfold as you play that. The game is split up into 3 kind of discrete segments. You can leap between playing through the stories of the characters' lives, playing through the battles they're involved in, and analysing the stories, cross-referencing stuff to remind yourself how this could have happened and how can we unlock this part of the story here, because the stories kind of branch and do different things depending on what you do. And you can actually open up a story. This is something I can't show you, but you can open up a character's story timeline and you can bounce back through their story to replay that bit again, so you can take a different branch off in a visual novel style. A lot of visual novels do this kind of thing, but it feels different here because the world feels so alive. I talk about it being art. One of the most amazing things this game does is that it places you inside these levels that are like beautiful paintings, beautiful artworks, and your character moves about inside this gorgeous piece of artwork, and it feels alive. Other characters are talking and having conversations in the background. As you walk closer to them, you start to hear better what they can say, and that in itself can unlock branching parts of the story, and it's mind-blowing. The game blows your mind as you're playing it. You're like, what is this game doing? That's what your first few hours are like. What the hell is this game trying to do here? And then when it starts to come, it starts to become clear what the game is trying to do, where it's trying to tell these stories in a kind of parallel form, but you realise that this story's happening back here, this story's happening in 1985, this one's happening back during World War II, but they're all linking and the characters are all crossing through each other's stories, and you're like, oh, that's him, oh, that's her, why is he here? Is she dead? Is he dead now? Is he alive? How's he back alive? And your mind is just blown, and you're having to like double check and go back and cross reference, and then to take a breather, you go and have a fight with the big robots against the baddies, where all the characters are present, and you're like, why are they all present, and why are they all inside these robots, and why are they all fighting this, and why are the baddies that you're fighting against fictional baddies that have been mentioned in somebody's story? I'm already saying too much, but this is like some incredible, weird, avant-garde art house video game. The real problem with a game like this is that I can blabber on about it forever. I could just blabber on about it. It's the type of game where when you've played it, you want everybody else to play it so that you can talk about it. It's an incredible achievement what they've managed to do, how they've told this story. I think it's interesting, Ryan's great review of The Last of Us 2 that he did a couple episodes ago. And there you can see these are games that are kind of hamstrung by their storytelling. They become so obsessed with telling a linear filmic story that they kind of hamstring themselves. This game tells a story that you could only tell in a video game. You couldn't tell it any other way. You couldn't write it in a book because it would be hella confusing. It would be a mess. You couldn't make a film like this either because it just wouldn't work. It would seem like somebody has just had a panic attack in the edit room and just went absolutely ballistic. But as a game where you can almost you can deconstruct as you play, you can deconstruct the story as you're playing it, you can peel bits of it apart. It's staggering. See, I'm blabbering already. I'm blabbering, but let's see what I can show you, if there's something safe to show you. So this is the game.
I have to consider my next moves carefully.
This is me moving in the world. Can you believe this?
I should stay near the station where it's crowded.
Look how beautiful it looks.
Now, I should sort out my thoughts.
Let's go and have a look at his thoughts.
So I'm from
See, spoilers already. Anyway, get it. It's maybe the best game of the year. It's a challenger for best game of the year. It's a challenger for one of the best games ever made. It's amazing. I don't want to spoil anything.
We're back, Robert. On you go.
It's a long time since I've played anything. I've played a game that's excited me as much as this, just because it isn't like any other game I've ever played, and it's been a long time since that's happened. It does feel like a kind of reinvention of how to tell stories. And the weird thing is, like in a review, I can't even go, here's what it's about, because that's kind of what the game's about. The game is about you going, what is this about? What is this about? Because it's a complete mystery. It's like it flings you right in at the deep end, and you'll play a wee bit of somebody's story, and then you'll jump to somebody else's story, and you'll jump to somebody else's story, and you won't even really know how it will connect. You know what I mean? Until it starts to connect.
Most people are just talking about your telly, I think, in the chat.
I know, but they should be. I just kind of feel it's kind of depressing a wee bit, because like I've got a feeling that this game will fly under the radar a wee bit, even though I know it has been really quite highly anticipated by a lot of people. I think to the vast majority of people, it'll fly under the radar, and really, I think it really feels like a landmark kind of game. It's absolutely beautiful looking as well. Like, it's amazing looking, seeing it was on a telly, and like anybody that was, people kept walking into the room, like Jen and Hope and all that, when I was playing it, and they were like, God, that's beautiful looking. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like almost like every level and every wee scene you're in a classroom, and the lights streaming in the windows, just gorgeous. But I just don't know. It must have been a nightmare to make it as well.
What system's this on?
PlayStation 4.
Alright, just PS4.
Just PS4 at the minute. I'm sure it will eventually come to Switch at some point, surely, because it would be perfect for Switch, because you can play it in wee bite-sized chunks. But my God, it's really, really exciting and emotional and brilliantly written. Japanese language audio track and English language, and the English vocal stuff is good as well, and it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. Will it play on the PlayStation 5? I see a wee comment there. Yes, it will play on the PlayStation 5.
Sounds good. I'll check it out. Well, I'll play the Patriots again, and you can head off.
Is that confirmed that it will play in the PlayStation 5? It is confirmed.
Confirmed
You'll
by
be able to
you.
put your
You
disc
just
in.
confirmed it. Why
I've
is he
confirmed
asking
it.
that? You just confirmed it.
I don't know. Right, Glenn, hold on. We're not stopping yet because Glenster just says, let's be clear, the game could be anything, could be a card game, could be a beat 'em up, anything. No, I've told you what it is. It's,
Do you mind if
it's
I pop off and you can just carry on arguing with the chat room?
It's a story. It's a story game, and it's also get kind of tower defense segments. But it's not really. I hate tower defense games. By the way, it's one of my least favorite types of game is tower defense. But so I wouldn't call it tower defense, but it definitely feels like it's just a version of tower defense. But again, this is reinventing stuff. This game. I don't know how they did it. It's just it just kind of feels like it's going to fly under the radar, I think, for a lot of people because you need to put time into it. You can't play it for a couple of hours and then review it. You need to really invest in it, and there's a lot of characters, and you're having to remember, like, sometimes characters are mentioned by name in other people's stories, and then you're like, who is that again? And then it's easy to check. You can just jump to the analysis screen, and then you can go and you can check that guy, and you can check his storyline and check where he appeared and all of that, and it's brilliant. It's like it keeps your brain ticking over, you know what I mean? And I think they've just done an absolutely brilliant job. Don't get me wrong, there's still, you're still going to have to put up with some of the old tropes of there's still big-breasted lassies in it. There's still kind of schoolgirls with short skirts and stuff like that. You need to look past that. You can make an argument with this game, I think, as well, that these anime tropes are so fundamental as well to the story that it's trying to tell. This isn't just a story about young people that go into robots to fight invading monsters and stuff like that, because that story's been done. And it's almost like that this is the point of this game. The point of this game is it's as much about commenting on that genre. You know what I mean? It's this incredible kind of intertextual analysis of that genre, and just has a huge metatextual element to it as well. I really feel that we need to. It's real. I think we certainly with Consolevania, this is like a total Consolevania type game as well. Like, this is absolutely the kind of game that we should be playing in Consolevania. You know what I mean?
How much is it? Is it free?
No,
I'll try and get it.
I'll try and
get it for free.
You try and get it for free, but I had to buy it.
Well, likewise, I think you should play Mario Galaxy on the Switch, because that's pretty decent as well.
Aye, well, I mean, obviously, I've got the Mario collection. I'm coming near the end of Mario 64 again.
I've not even touched it.
Let me tell you something that really pissed me off. I was seeing people online moaning about Mario 64. I actually seen people moaning about Mario 64, moaning about the controls and all that kind of stuff, moaning about the camera. The fuck is wrong with people?
That's
and also,
what the internet's for.
And also, there was people saying like, "Oh, they've not even." It's not even like a remaster. They've not done anything. They could have upgraded it. They could have added stuff. They've done the bare minimum. I don't want a fucking changed version of Mario 64. I just see if I'm getting a collection of these classic games. I want the fucking. See if I buy like a box set of the Godfather films. I don't want them fucking. Right, we'll smooth Al Pacino's face out and all that. We'll do it, and it's slightly different. Oh, it's you know what I mean. It's bullshit. I hate all that crap. I just want to play Mario 64. You know what I mean?
I'm sick of people saying that Mario games are kids games. That's what I'm sick of.
Well, I mean, there's some. I remember one thing about Mario Galaxy, which, by the way, I want to disagree with one thing you said in your review, which is I definitely prefer Mario Galaxy 1 to Mario Galaxy 2.
Really?
And I don't know if that's just because Mario Galaxy 2 is like more of Mario Galaxy 1 and maybe does have some better levels and stuff like that, but Mario Galaxy was like maybe a revelation at the time because it's like it was doing some mental stuff. It wasn't as much a surprise, Mario Galaxy 2. But
right, let's pop off. That's plenty, mate. That's plenty.
Aye, but anyway, people need to play that 13 Sentinels game. You know what I mean? Even for the point of view of like, see if you're interested in video game art, see, for even just for that point of view, if you're interested in video game art, this is a game you need to play, because they have poured an unbelievable amount of love into this game. I've done things like loaded up a level, I went into somebody's story, went to a location, and then just left it on the telly, just because it's like having a beautiful picture sitting there. You know what I mean? The atmosphere is unreal. Honestly, it's like everybody's going to love it. Everybody will play.
Is it hard?
Is it hard? No, it's not hard. It also has, you can choose at any time in the game, you can choose to make the battles extremely hard or extremely easy or just normal. It's a game that just wants you to play it how you want to play it. You know what I mean?
Got you. Well, I'll try and blag a copy then.
A lot of love. Definitely try and blag a copy, because I think you would definitely find it very interesting. I think, and just in how it's structured and how it tells its story. There's just so many wee moments where you kind of go, "Oh fuck, that's cool." You know what I mean?
Sounds nice. Well, hopefully lockdown will continue for another couple of years.
Aye. So
I muted myself though by accident.
Should we should maybe do a special or something next day. We might do a next gen special, because I would imagine that Sony and Microsoft will send us advanced consoles, right?
Defo for sure, defo. I expect that to happen.
Right, hold on. Darren Bock has asked, is it boring? 13 Sentinels, you mean? 13 Sentinels couldn't be any less boring. It's bite-sized bits of story, exciting battles in between, cracking.
Alright. Well, you've sold that. I mean, you say sold it, I'm getting a free copy. Right, I'm going to play the titles and then we're out. Is that alright with you?
By the way, who got you a free copy of Tony Hawk?
Just asked them, they gave me it.
Asked who? Tony Hawk?
Aye. I just emailed Tony Hawk.
Right.
I'm surprised he answered actually. The age that he's at. But he gets his emails pretty well. He likes it.
I wish they would hurry up and bring it out on the Switch. When are we ending this episode?
It's done. Mute your
Is
mic.
it done?
It's done. Mute your mic.
Alright, sorry.
Right, bye.
Just don't want it to be the kind of game that stuff like that will just start to get, games will start to come out, people are into stupid Assassin's Creed and fucking Vikings next. And they'll be like, "Oh, I'll play that fucking Viking game," and then before you know it, people forgot about the fucking Sentinels thing altogether. You know what I mean? It's just, it started to fade away, and it's just not going to be. It'll be forgotten.
I'm just